again. Trying hard, but you wanna be.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be showing you how to create this look, and I've used everything. Like, this is a full face of Essence and CATRICE. But before starting into the video, I just want to say, of course, whenever I start filming, all the dogs in the neighborhood, they do a meeting. Anyways, I was saying it before we started with the fun kind of part and the makeup part. I just want you to know that you're not alone. We all know that right now, like, it's not the best time for us all regarding this virus, especially in Europe, like all around the world. However, in Europe, it's the peak center, and I'm from Europe, you guys. I'm from Malta. Luckily, so far, it's not as bad here in Malta, but cases are being updated daily as well. So I pray for the world, I pray for all you guys. I mean, let's pray together that this will be over soon. Italy is always on my mind because it's the worst right now, and my heart breaks for them. They are kind of our neighbors, so I really feel for them. So let's just hope for the best and just be positive. However, by being positive, we still have to abide by what the government is telling us. You know, we still have to take our precautions. So it's not enough just being positive if we're not following the instructions we're given, you know. So let's be positive and follow what we're told to do. Hopefully this will pass very soon and we'll go back to being our normal selves, worrying about, you know, getting the right color for foundation, you know, and not about this. So let's just start the video. As I've told you, I've created this look and I've received 2 packages in the last few weeks, one from Essence and one from CATRICE, where I was introduced to their latest products. And you guys know I love these brands. I mean, they're cheap and cheerful, however they're good quality, and especially CATRICE is a little bit more of a higher quality than Essence. Like, even when it comes to the price range, it can be just a little bit more expensive. They're both relatively very cheap. Many products for me to try out. I'm impressed. Like, honestly, not that I'm impressed because I use Essence and CATRICE on a daily basis. I'm happy with everything that I've used today. I created this look, and honestly, if you saw me outside, you wouldn't tell that, for example, you know, the eyebrow pencil that I have is just, for example, €3, or the eyeshadow palette that I have on is just, I don't know how much this is, but you know what I mean. Very cheap drugstore makeup. So the packaging is always on point. This one is a dupe. I feel for the Huda Beauty Nude palette, which I have. I will put it on screen for you guys to see. It's very, like, the shades are very similar and very in tune. However, now that I've opened it like this, it reminds me, I don't know if it's just me, of the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. Is it just me? But they look so similar. So yeah, I love the packaging. It's very light. It also comes in a mirror, you guys, so that's very handy, and it's a good quality mirror, not those cheap plastic ones. Again, my only issue with Essence and CATRICE eyeshadows is that they perform really well. They are pigmented, they are nice to work with. However, the only issue is that they're not as long lasting as my other, say, you know, more expensive eyeshadow palettes. So that's the only fault that I would give them. However, you can create a look really easily, and it won't look drugstore at all. But if I'm going for a night out and I'm using this, I am sure that I will come back home with the eyeshadow less saturated, less bold, much more faded, you know what I mean? So whenever I use my higher end palettes or more expensive palettes, that doesn't happen. But if I'm wearing this for a full day, I always notice that whenever I'm using CATRICE and Essence eyeshadow, when I'm wearing the makeup for a full day, even with blushers, it's the same thing, they fade a lot. Like, the color is not as intense anymore after, you know, a day or a night out. So that's the only issue, but I mean, it's not major, especially keeping in mind the price, you guys. This, for example, I don't know how much this would be, but definitely not more than €10. Don't quote me on that, but from past experience with a CATRICE, I don't think this is more than €10, and my Huda Beauty palette is around €50 to €60. So, you know, the price difference is definitely there, and I mean, it's doable, you know, that this performs as it does considering the price point. My only issue, as I said, is the longevity. I also got this one. This is the Essence the Nude Edition eyeshadow palette. This one is in the shade Courage is Beauty, and this is in the shade Pretty in Nude. I put up a poll for you guys on Instagram to let you decide which palette I would use, and you decided on this one. Like, the majority decided on this one, so that's why I've used this in the video. However, this one I really wanted to use because honestly, like, the pigment of this palette, you guys, is amazing. So I will definitely use this in another video for sure because I was really blown away. Like, can you see this is Essence, you guys? Super cheap. The foil shadows are so beautiful. So I was like, wow. And then we have this one, which I've used, of course, on my eyes. The kind of shimmery shades are really nice. So I'm just gonna swatch a couple. I'm gonna
swatch Love, I'm gonna swatch Bold, and I'm also gonna swatch Brave.
Gives me a lot of the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, you guys. So I'm just gonna swatch a little bit on here. Like, can you see? The foil shadows are so beautiful. I do recommend these, especially for the price point, you guys. They're good, they're cheap and cheerful, as I always say. I've also tested out like lots of new products, like the 5-in-1 setting powder, like the No More Red primer, which this contains hemp. It smells really nice. I've also used this one is really cool, you guys. It's the CATRICE Hydro Plumping Serum with 1.5% hyaluronic acid. Is that how it's pronounced? I don't know, but this one is really cool. And I love how professional it looks. I love this, and I've used this a couple of times before, and I feel that the makeup holds on really well when this is used. I love it. I also really enjoyed the Volumizing Extremely Booster with hot chili extract. Like, I honestly do feel that it made my lips plumper, so I love this. Even to wear this on its own, I wore this like as a lip prep before the liquid lip. However, this is also really nice worn on its own, and it does tingle, you guys. It is spicy, it does tingle. So use, which is, this is like a personal favorite from all the products that I've received. This is the Essence Stay Matte 8-Hour Liquid Lipstick, and this one is in the shade 05 Date Proof. I think this is a perfect shade for every skin tone. I love it. It's very comfortable, very pigmented, a little bit goes a long way, and it's very long lasting. I also really love the Essence Color Boost, I think it is. Like, they are completely matte liquid lipsticks, and I've done a video about them, and it's the video has done really well. They're amazing, and I have countless backups of those. They are amazing, so cheap and amazing, and this one is very similar to those, so I love these so much. Also, I had 2 new mascaras to try. One
is the Essence Bye Bye Panda Eye Smudge Proof Volumizing and Defining Mascara, and the other one is the CATRICE Lashes to Kill Sexy Volume High Volume Mascara.
Between these two, I love this one best. I loved the wand of this mascara best. However, I have to give credit to this one because I was wearing this a couple days ago, and our family dog Sophie, I'm sure that you've seen her many times on my Instagram. She was that black little fluffy dog. She passed away, and I'm still heartbroken, and I'm the type of person that if I don't want to share what I'm going through and my emotions, I can be very difficult to read, and it's most probably that you will never know what I'm going through unless I want to let people in. So I have not posted anything about it, and like, even when my grandpa passed away 2 years ago, nobody knew. Like, on social media I didn't post about it, and it's because I am wired like that. Like, I am so used to deal with problems on my own by myself that I, like, for years and years now, I have gotten into this habit that whenever I'm going through something really bad, I don't tell anyone. Like, I deal with it on my own because I just want to, you know, keep it private. So I didn't post anything about it, but I was heartbroken and I cried so much. And on another note, I had this mascara on, and I mean, it's true. As bad as the whole subject is, I was crying and I had this mascara on, and I didn't have any panda eyes. So I was like, okay, it works, tried and tested. I also tried, this one is so good, you guys. This is the CATRICE Brush Ink Tattoo Liner. Waterproof is the liner that I have on today. It is so easy to apply, you guys. The brush tip, it's so fine. And this, basically, it's a high precision 270 bristles, easy to control tattoo liner. High precision, I've already said that. And this is in the shade 10 Black, waterproof. This is amazing. So if you're a little bit lacking on the eyeliner department, I am sure that this will help you achieve, you know, a wing liner, which is very decent. So I suggested if you suffer in that department, like, go get this. It out the Essence. This one I bought it myself. Like, some of the products I have bought them myself, like this one, the foundation I feel, but the rest I got sent, and also the lip liner. This is the Essence SUPERLAST 24-hour eyebrow pomade pencil, waterproof, and this is in the shade 30 dark brown. So as soon as you apply it, this comes off a little bit red, which was a little bit worrying because I'm not into red pigment eyebrows. However, once it's applied, it turns into this beautiful brownish shade, which I love. The only problem with this is that it claims to be a pomade pencil, so no fault in them, like when it comes to their advertising and what they're claiming, because the texture, like even before I read what was written on the pencil, I could tell, like, it reminded me a lot of pomades. So definitely when it comes to what they're claiming, it's definitely on point, but it feels too much of a pomade for me. Like, I have mentioned this before, I am more into drier consistency eye pencils. I don't really like kind of crayon textured eyebrow pencils. Like, if I want that, I'd rather go for a pomade right away. So this is good, and I keep on using it because the end result is nice. However, I do prefer working with a drier brow pencil. So for example, this one for me is perfect. This is the CATRICE Limatic Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I've done a video on this as well. This one is amazing, super cheap, and honestly it reminds me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow wiz. This is so good. This one, I mean, it's cheap and cheerful. Like, the end result, I really love my brows looking like that. However, it's not something that I enjoy working with, you know, like the process, it's not really enjoyable for me because I don't like crayony kind of consistency. So I'm gonna shut up here and I'm gonna let you watch the video. Basically, that was a little bit of an overview. So yeah, I'll catch you guys at the end of the video. Okay, so as always, I'm gonna start the clean moisturized face, and first step that we're gonna be taking is using this plumping serum. So I'm just gonna pat it in gently, and after that is done, I'm just gonna pass on to primer. You can use this as a primer, but I also like to use like a proper primer, and I'm just gonna be using this No More Red primer. It has a green tint, of course, because it neutralizes the redness in your face. You just need a little bit. I just went so overboard, and this smells so nice. It really had a very nice smell. So for foundation, I was in between these two, but I decided to go for a 24-hour stay foundation. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is not one of my favorites foundations. Like, this is not one of my favorite, but it did a good job. However, it's not a foundation that I would pick normally, you know. So for concealer, I'm gonna be using this one. So I don't want to be negative, I didn't really enjoy this concealer because of the applicator, basically. Not the applicator, like the way it comes out. It comes out like you have to twist it, and I'm not usually very keen on those type of products. So that was one of the reasons, and apart from that, it performed quite well. Not a super high coverage, but it was okay. So after setting my face with a compact powder, I'm just going in to set the concealer using this powder, which can be used all over the face as well. I think it's a 5-in-1 kind of powder. Now for eyebrows, as I've said in the intro, I'm gonna be using this one, and as I've explained, I like the end result, but I didn't really enjoy the application because it's a little bit too creamy. However, the end result, I really love it.
I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help you out.
So for contouring, I'm gonna be mixing these two shades, and I'm just using a big fluffy brush to get the job done quicker, but then I'm gonna alternate using a smaller brush to get really nice and defined cheekbones, and to make the contour really stand out. So for blush, I'm gonna be using this one. It's from Essence, and again, this is also an issue that I have with CATRICE and Essence blushes. They're really nice once applied, however they're not long lasting. Like, if you watch the end of the video, I have filmed the end of the video like a couple hours later than when I filmed the tutorial, and it's really faded out, so you can see that. However, when it comes to their highlighters, they stay real put and they're nice. I love, like, Essence and CATRICE highlighters never let me down. Honestly, they're cheap and they're really nice and bold, and they last a long while. But with the blushes, it's a little bit more of an issue. So when it comes to lips, I'm just gonna be using the CATRICE lip liner, which are some of my favorite lip liners ever. I have a lot, like I have a ton of them. So for lip wrap, I'm gonna be using this gloss, which is like a plumping effect. And for eyeshadow, I have this one, which I really like the colors are so me, which of course I'm gonna be using in another video, but you guys voted for this one, so let's just do this, guys. So first off, I'm gonna start by using the lighter shades into the crease and working my way up using darker shades. This lip plumper works, you guys, it tingles. So passing on to the eyeshadow, I'm also using an Essence brush. I think that this was one on in the brush set that I've used recently in one of my videos, and I'm just mixing the colors, and I'm gonna be using this shimmer kind of shade by using my fingers, and I'm just gonna put that all over the lid. This one is really nice, you guys, it's so pretty. I always like to clean up any fallout that I might have from the under eyes, and after that is done, I'm just blending a little bit the eyeshadow to make everything seamless. And I'm going in with this CATRICE waterproof pen liner, ink liner, something like that. This, guys, is so good. I cannot recommend this enough. I feel that it's such a dupe for many high-end pen liners, and it's so good, you guys. It stays put, it's very wet, and usually pens like these lack when it comes to the kind of how they perform. They can get a little bit dry, but this doesn't. It is super black, super easy to apply, and super precise. So definitely this is gonna be a repurchase once I'm done using it. So for mascara, I'm using one and one on each eye. I'm using the Essence one first, which I mean is okay. I mean nothing like, you know, exceptional, but it's okay. Usually, I mean, there are many more other mascaras from Essence that I prefer to this one, and then I'm using this CATRICE one, which I really liked. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit of highlighter on the brow bone as well, and also on the inner corners, and go in with lashes. So I'm just gonna wipe down the lip plumper, and it leaves a little bit of a tint, which I love. My lips are super pale, so I'm definitely into any lip product which leave a little bit of a tint. And passing on to the liquid lip, I mean the images, like the video speaks for itself, because the color is amazing, application is seamless, super long lasting, and I love it. So this is the complete look, and yeah, I hope that you like it. So that's the end of this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed watching, and I hope that I gave you a little bit of an insight on these new products that have just launched recently. I'm really excited to keep on using them because honestly I have loved them. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you subscribe and like this video for more, and as I've said in the intro, let's just stay like unite together. Let's help each other in this difficult moment that we are all going through. It's affecting us all, and even when this is all over, it will still affect the whole world. Like the aftermath will affect the whole world. So let's just, you know, stand together and hope and pray that this will pass really soon.